Hey guys, it's Bob. It's been quite a while, and it's about time I did a hero update. So, first things first, I'm going to go through my 30 heroes that I use for war, go down, explain who I'm leveling, why, and go from there. So, top row is my defense team. I'm stacking Poseidon with Neith beside Kunchan for the reason, obviously flanking tanks, as most of us, maybe all of us know, there's benefits and upsides and downs to it. Obviously, if I saw this team, I'd stack 3 purples and 2 yellows against it. But by doing that, my Kunchan has quite a lot of defense and health and makes him more difficult to kill. And with his defense down, he makes Neith's hitting everyone and losing mana a lot more potent. A lot more damage. It's going to stop him popping. Obviously, Morgana replaced Aslar for me. Her dodge is going to be a lot better, and she's not as squishy as he was. I had him at 10 grids, and never really noticed him. So underneath we got Tarlek. As you can see, I could run Rainbow, but he's my Wukong without a mischance. I don't see the point in having him in my defense team. Seashat's maxed. Again, Kunchan's a beast, I wouldn't replace him. Margaret, really good hero with a dodge skill. Personally, I tend to use her when going in with a team that is a lot weaker than my opponent to try and get her skill to pop theirs quicker. Aslar, I've put 1 grid back into him as I've finished taking Grim and Gormek to 700 TP. I intend to throw some more grids into him. Probably get his attack stat to 850, 900 and leave him there. Izania, she's going to get grids. Probably going to go between defense and attack. She's a bit squishy, but she hits hard and I want that to get harder. Proteus, full on grids. I've said many times I don't like him in a defense team, but in raids, he's one of my favourite heroes to stack with. Neith, Poseidon, Lejeune, if I'm running through yellows, and then Proteus, either Kunchan or Seashat. I generally go with Kunchan for the defense down, seeing as I have a lot of hitters with the yellow setup. But if I'm going with 3 heroes that are purple, I will go Kunchan, Seashat and Proteus and mix in Poseidon and Neith. So that I've got 2 heavy hitters with Poseidon and Seashat. Neith is going to reduce mana if they're full or close so that Proteus can block them. And that's basically how I work that team. Gadorus, another hero that's got 20 grids. He's not as tanky or anything as I'd like. One day he'll go back to 10, probably once I max Vela. He's worth 10, not 20 as you can see, he's kind of tanky, but not enough. It's just don't work out well enough in my eyes. Sabina, I went controversial to a lot of what people would do. As you can see, I went towards the attack stat mainly. I did a bit of balancing. No, I didn't. I went towards the attack stat with 1 shield. Just because she's going to be squishy with 20 grids in defense and health. I use her for tile damage, basically. Amiona, 11 grid. She's sitting at 700. Most of you know my goal for my heroes is to get 30 heroes of 700 TP and higher. So I'm getting the 4 stars to 700. Probably the 5 stars to around 800, and that's where they'll be sitting. Amiona will get 20 grids. She is a huge hero when it comes to fighting Yellow Titans. When her skills pops, you've got that 82% attack bonus, which is stacking with the 816 attack with 11 grids. As you can see, chase the sword. That's about her. Yeah, she will get maxed. It's going to be a while though. Jabba, really good tank. And I really like his skill. He hits hard and it ticks over turn like a poison, but it does more damage. They get the decrease in healing, which is huge. And he's a cleanser. So It's only for himself, yeah. But it's still a cleanse. Boltusk, 99% of you know how good he is. He's a beast. You get grids in him, he can revive. Even better. So, you got 700, no ifs and buts. Borrel, again, he is one of the first heroes most people will get that is of a high quality and standard. You get people who are against him for the fact he has a high shield here. Because his skill is reflect, the higher the shield, the less damage they do to you, so the less you reflect. But then, on the counterpoint, the less damage they do to you, the longer you live. Yes, you're not getting as much damage back to them, but they're not killing you off as quickly. So, that's my counterpoint for Borrel's Sip, and, that little argument that goes on. Grim, I love him. Glass cannon, but once he fires, he messes things up. Stacks really nice with Frida, or if you have King Arthur for that blue defense down. He was the first hero I had comboed with Frida before I maxed his Arnia, and I don't regret it. He is huge. And Kirill, as you can see, good defense, good health, not the best, but with his skill and his healing, he's really nicely rounded. Pushing him up to that 700 has just made his longevity a lot better, and he's just a more well-rounded hero for me. Triton. Previously had him on 20 grids. One day he'll get back up there. He was worth the 20. His attack stat was, I think it was over 900 when he had max grid, so he hits hard. Now with his talent grid being Pierce, and he does so much damage, it's huge. If it Pierce procs, he can mess people up. Gormek. Only today reached 700 TP with him. As you can see, in comparison to Grim, he is nowhere near as much as a glass cannon. He's a lot more tanky, not going to hit nowhere near as hard. But I'm going to give him a go. I think the tanky alternative to a Grim will work out nicely. Less of a glass cannon, more of a sucker punch sort of guy. Liju. 9 grids in her, as you can see. I'm pushing her to 700. I've also had Liju on 20 and would do so again. I am currently leveling her costume as the only yellow I have to level at the moment, which I'm happy about because it's going to give Liju an animate boost for a normal card, which will raise her standard TP. And once I max this Liju, she will get the rogue class grids. Now, I prefer Liju doing more mana than damage reduction. So, in the long run, I probably keep the original equipped for the extra 10% when I use her. But the costume bonus is always worth putting in, even if you don't intend to use their costume. Captain Diamond's little minion killer, as we all know. He's nice. He's well-rounded, he's not exceptional. As you can see, I chase the sword. We want him to kill minions. What else would I do? It just makes sense in my eyes. Then, Cheshire Cat. 6 grids in him. I've gone attack, poison, tile damage, that sort of thing. I'm going to, obviously, with the attack, you get a bit of health. Yeah, I've gone health over shield, it seemed, yeah. And I agree with that, to be honest. I think I'll stick with that for the rest of the way through till he gets to 700. Khalil, sad to look at for me. Recently lost all of her 20 grids, but it was for Marjana. It's silly not to. As you can see, she's got really good stats, even with 7 grids. She'll get back up to 700, and I'll leave her there. Sonya recently maxed her costume. Now, as you can see, it's a 678 TP with the costume maxed. I'm pretty sure it was like 658, 654 without the costume. But there's no paladin grids going to her for quite some time yet. Chow, great hero, fast mana. Again, he's got Pierce, so he can ignore reflect and defense buffs, which is always nice. Mel, a heal at the debuffs. I just love it. He's nice and tanky. Then you've got Grazel or Grazel. she's decent. Nothing special. Works alright in a mono, to be fair. Dom and Obakan, you know, they're going to be sitting there for a while. I'm not actually sure which purple I would max next, but seeing as I just done Seashat, it's not a major concern right now. Lancelot, I'm a bit disappointed by his TP. His attack stat's nice, you know, one into the attack, and he's already over nice 700 there. He's beating Khalil on that by a bit once he gets his grids up. But until then, funnily enough, Dom is my cut-off point for war here, so he doesn't make it. So you can see, we've got heroes down here, the Gobbler, Buddy, 2 Caedmons, a Cash, second Borrel, second Wilbur, second Khalil. Nope, first Wilbur, sorry. I intend to put some grids back into Wilbur, get him to 700 at some point. Again, there's some more duplicates, and there you go, Wukong, he will never get his final ascension. Bane's costume's been done. I've done Guardian Bat. I'm working on finishing Shrubbear, and then I'm going to be moving towards Brienne and her costume. I want to do some tests with a costume. I feel like it could be very good for a Titan. So that's Brienne. That's green for her. Shrubbear at the moment. Red is obviously Falcon. I want him for my Green Titans. Vela's getting worked on for the blues. So we've got greens, red, blue. Lejeune for the yellow. Purple is Tibby the Man with his little rock costume. So that's about the teams I'm working on at the moment and where I'm at. My advice to you for leveling heroes, if you have a lot to level and you're not sure which way to go, event heroes always have a higher TP, but there are certain staple heroes that are more important, like a Borrel or a Rigard, that are consistent and will help you through a long time. An example would be Falcon. He's a huge hero, great tank, especially with Paladin, his defense and that getting buffed when his talent grid procs. But ultimately, he's a Titan killer. Therefore, if you had a unleveled Boltusk, I would push them first as an example. There's many different ways to go about it. So here's my tips for you regarding costumes. You must level up the original hero to max before you can max the costume. If you have a duplicate of the same costume and feed it to the hero, it will take him to Ascension straight away. So that's the first Ascension. You can do so, but if the original hero isn't ascended, you can't ascend the costume. For each Ascension the costume gets, you will get a slight buff. Let me show you Sonya's, for example. She's getting 5-5, 10-5 as a full buff. Whereas, who have I ascended? Tyrum. It's Tyrum. Bear with me. There he is. See, he's getting 0 there. I could ascend him. Once I do, I'll probably get like a 1-2-2-1 buff for those costumes there. Okay, so we're going to go and have a look at my barracks now. So as you can see, I've got quite a few 4-stars I'm sitting on. I'll go to my defense team so you can see which levels they are. Crit is a troop which is designed for you to do more damage with that hero, therefore I put it on Poseidon and the mana on Neith so that she pops quicker than he does, although he's very fast mana, so he most likely will pop first to anyway. Excuse me. Alright, so heroes and troops are very important when playing the game. It's very easy to get stuck into the world of powering your heroes up and ignoring your troops. Just remember that if you're stacking a second and third troop, Even with a couple of levels, it will make a huge difference. Level 12 blue mana troop, that's the kind of stats you're looking at, whereas the level 4, you've still got a hell of a lot of attack boost. It's not quite as well rounded, but nevertheless, those extra few levels didn't cost much and they come in useful, so just don't forget, throw some levels in your troops, and don't do a bob and not give you 1 stars early on, because you get stuck in this mess. And you're thinking, why don't you just use them to be heroes? Easier said than done. If I show you troops, sorry, not heroes. That's a little flux. So my level 14. If I put 10 of these into a level 14, 800k, and I'm getting 400 XP. So you imagine low levels use the 1 stars and then go up as you go along. That's going to be my hero update. As you can see around my island, I've got all my farms to level 20, 2 level 6 advanced, level 3 advanced iron, 3 level 20s. I've only got 1 advanced house because I don't really need much more. I'm working on my storages at the moment, possibly thinking about pushing the Hunter's Lodge a bit to get some more items and Titan killing and event killing bits and bobs. That's all from me. Hope you enjoy. And please message me if there's anything you'd like to ask or have any feedback.